Hello there guys and welcome back to that channel. Right, we are back again with another alliance war. This would be war number 4 in season 25, and this time ASR taking on AGT Graphite, so Agent Graphite. Currently ASR is in second place on the leaderboard and AGT-G I believe is third, so that means they are clearly on a winning streak, and this was set to be quite a good war, so we definitely did take it as serious as we possibly can, boosting, not making any silly mistakes, following the instructions, and all that other good stuff. So let's just skedoodle over to the other side of the screen. We can see at the point I was joining, they actually hadn't started exploring. They did start quite late, and we were 18 fights in, but the score was 0-0 at this point, and it was clear that it will be close war and there will not be many deaths on either side. Right, so to start off, I am on path 5. I do not often get to do the middle path, I think. Most often I end up in being somewhere on path 1 or 2, I think. But either way, path 5 it is, so it's ebb and flow knockdown, I believe. So as I said before, I'm not taking any chances really. I'm putting the boosts on, and I'm gonna put in the effort needed. I also did need to change my masteries a couple times for because of this war, because I'm grinding for Odin right about now, so there is that too. So I have boosted up. I think I'm gonna add a Mystic Power boost as well, even though it's not all that relevant. First fight here is Dr. Octopus, and I'm going to be using Dr. Doom for it because, oh, why not? I think it's Dr. Doom, or is it Magic? I've been flown, knocked down, and nothing. Oh yeah, I'm just going to go in with Magic. Here we go. Why not Magic? Because, reasons. Either way, I could have easily brought in Dr. Doom as well, or Quake, for a fact. I actually kind of like joked about in my bot group, asking which champion, like, did the officers plan for me to use. Nobody answered to me, and then I told them that I died on purpose, just to screw with them. But they figured out quickly that I was lying, and not much came of it. And then I threatened to them die on purpose. Next war, they don't tell me what they were meaning for me to do. Either way, just like a bit of banter in between the guys. And yeah, there is something to be aware of when you deal with these ebb and flow nodes, and that is when your fury does expire, then all of the debuffs on the opponent are removed, including stun or power lock. So you always need to pay attention whenever that fury expires to make sure that you have enough power to drop another level 2 to apply that power lock or whatever else might be needed. Like, for instance, if you parry stun and the fury expires at that very moment, you might just end up eating a combo. So there is an added level of difficulty. But for the most part, Magic here is doing an absolutely fantastic job. The fight's barely over a minute, and I can see that Doc Ock here is pretty much dead. So I did drop a level 1. He didn't quite die there, but limbo damage actually finishes him off. Gonna move on to the next fight. Next fight is Nova, and again, this is another fight where I could have used quite literally any single champion that I did bring with me, because Quake can actually shut off those ebb and flow nodes as well, and knockdown one is very easy, to be honest, because you just need to drop one heavy attack, and yeah, then just keep your concussion on, and that ebb and flow will never really come back. But I decided just to go in with Dr. Doom, because Dr. Doom is a champion with class advantage. Dr. Doom is a rank 3, and even though the fight is not going to go perfect, like here I did get auto blocked and parried, but it's all fine. At no single given point during this fight I was like overly stressed that I'm going to mess it up, because it's Dr. Doom. It would really take some serious mistakes to die with a rank 3 Dr. Doom. I'm talking like you need to eat multiples of level 3s, and you need to eat multiples of combos. Like, Dr. Doom is that tanky. I think out of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fights that I have watched as people do Dr. Doom, I have only seen somebody die like once, maybe, in a semi-competitive war. So Dr. Doom, like, when he is a decent option for a fight, he's probably the safest option for this fight as well. So here I drop a level 2, and we can see that my fury expired, so he actually purified the incinerates with that, but doesn't have all that much health left. Now here he got his unblockable, but he's already at 20% only, so I actually nullified that unblockable as well, just because I went in and nice chill slap to finish off the fight. Not the cleanest or most perfect fight, but you know, still got the job done, didn't lose too much health. One team health potion will fix my health status later on. And now for this fight, I definitely will fast forward through a bit. I only have 2 Quake fights, and both of them I think are quite long, because Sasquatch has such a big health pool. And yeah, well, either way we can see that he's going down, and I think I'm gonna finish the fight with like a full yellow bar, so that's wonderful. Quaking, dying, done, dusted. Let's move on to the next clip. So this fight I actually didn't think that I'm gonna end up doing, but it was assigned just with somebody with like magic plus a power boost. And I have magic, and actually I had like 8 power boosts, which my officers are very eager to burn down now. They are actually consistently criticizing me for not using enough enough 3-minute boosts like Indestructible or Power Stat 1, so they did an inventory check and on me, and they were not happy to find out that whilst almost everybody else in my battle group is out of Indestructible boosts and very low on power boosts, I had like 8 Power Stat 1 boosts and 4 Indestructible boosts and like 6 regen boosts and stuff like that. So I'm sure they're gonna do their best to reduce the amount of these 3-minute boosts that I have in my stash, but hey, that's what they're there for, to be used. It's just I don't like to use them lightly, I guess. And unless somebody had told me that I specifically need a Power Stat Boost 1 for this fight, or that I'm meant to use it, I probably would have went in without a Power Stat 1, to be honest, just because why not? Because in my mind, quite often, like, I can get to level 2 before they have a chance to drop their level 2, really, so what's the big deal? But, hey, either way, we use that 3-minute boost, and obviously Mojo is extra large. We are going up against Protect, so we do need to do a bunch of intercepts whenever the Protect does triggers. And it is not the quickest of the fights, and obviously that Mojo is quite a chunky boy. But Magic is very kind of like safe and stable and is perfectly capable of putting in the work. It just takes a bit of time. And yeah, so get some more magic action. There is at least another magic fight towards the end of the war against Hyperion miniboss. But yeah, so we can see that magic is 120, 130 hits in. He's still at 20-something%, so it's definitely taking a while. Here I actually got a bit of degen on me, but thankfully Limbo actually covers majority of the damage there. And yeah, we can see that even the degen did trigger. It didn't really manage to do all that much to hurt me. And yeah, like 14%. It felt like forever. These last kind of like 10-20% felt like taking forever, but still. Just more magic whacking in the face, and yeah, the fight is over. So that was it for this, and next fight is already next morning now, I believe. I think this is next morning. Yeah, probably. Yes, I'm not boosted. So I'm already finished all of my fights actually before my morning stream, so I did them just before I started the stream. And I could have uploaded the war then, but actually, in some interesting turn of events, the war became much closer. At this point, we were leading 3 deaths to 1. So we had died once, they had died 3 times, and we were actually ahead on exploration as well. But then after my stream, I checked it, and the score was like 4-3. We had 1 death advantage, but we still had some tricky fights to do. And I'm gonna inform you guys of the score of the war by the end, at least where we're at the moment, because the war still has not finished, but the result of it is more or less decided. So here we have Ebb and Flow Intercept against Vision Arcus. I'm going to bring in Dr. Doom, because Dr. Doom absolutely destroys Vision Arcuses. Now, I did make a small mistake there, but I do want to kind of like land my intercept before I drop that level 3. Truth be told, it's completely unnecessary because Doom can output so much damage, and especially against Visionarcus, you can put him in such a level 3 cycle that it wouldn't make much of a difference. But I did want to get in that intercept for, I don't know, funsies, whatever. And I did, so now he's taking a ton of damage. I go for level 2, and the guy's dead. Some big yellow numbers there, and a big PI number on a boosted Doom as well there. And next fight, I'm definitely not going to torture you guys, because this is one of the longer Quake fights I have had in a war for a while. I did Quake and Immortal Abomination on this node in one of the previous wars, but that was a 5-star to begin with, and I had Suicide Masteries active. This time I didn't have Suicide Masteries active, and this was a rank 3 6-star. And also he does have willpower, so that extends the duration of the fight. Truth be told, if opponent has willpower, then ideally you probably want to bring in Warlock, because yeah, this fight can get quite long. So I can see that the fight has taken already 2 minutes. Fight has taken 3 minutes. Oh, I'm at least still on that sexy full-on yellow bar. We can see there that that yellow bar action is still happening. Fight is 4 minutes. So the fight lasts 4 minutes and what, 12 seconds? But can we just take a moment to appreciate 4 minutes, 12 seconds of quaking? Absolutely full yellow bar. I guess I was just feeling quite alright about this fight. So yeah, this fight is over. Nothing too crazy. And here, I'm going to go up against Annihilus. I actually kind of forgot what notes he has. He didn't have anything too tricky. Ebb and Flow, Interceptor, Double Determination, Crumbling Armor. So I'm going to bring in Dr. Doom here, but I'm going to activate Power Start 1 boost. Why would I activate Power Start 1 boost? Well, because I'm going to use one for the Hyperion fight. And why not get benefit from it on this fight as well? And if you use Power Start 1 boost with Dr. Doom against Annihilus, you can immediately nullify that rod, and that just gets the entire fight quite more fluid. Why not, right? It works. And yeah, so I get my intercept in quite early and drop my heavy attack. Now he's gonna drop his level 1. I'm gonna actually end up eating it, but I did want to land my intercept once more because before I drop my level 3 for the, you know, the extra damage to remove that protection to get that fury. And again, it's Dr. Doom. I feel so free using Dr. Doom because I know I could make like 15 mistakes with Dr. Doom and he'd probably still survive. It's quite ridiculous how tanky he is and how borderline impossible it is to die with a boosted Dr. Doom. Hi Joel, by the way. Anyways, right, so the final fight for me in this war is the last mini-boss that's left. So by the time I woke up, all of the mini-bosses were taken. I couldn't steal any more, besides the one that was graciously left to me. And yeah, that is Hyperion. This is magic. I have Mystic Dispersion maxed, which is super helpful against Hyperion because he consistently has that power gain buff expiring. But look at that power gain speed, man. Like, at this point, I got a bit worried because that amount of power he gains so quickly, it is quite ridiculously scary. But okay, I got my first level 2 off, and the fight's pretty much under control. And this was actually quite sloppy fight. I did not like this fight at all, because, yeah, didn't play it perfectly at all. I don't know, if I felt amazing in that Quake fight and then some other fights, and this fight just didn't quite feel right, so I tried to be a bit more cautious, maybe sometimes use my parries a bit more, a bit less of that stand-up intercept. That being said, I just stand up and dash back intercept to the guy. But either way, I was kind of like just, you know, doing the stuff that magic does. And we can see that it's going steady, it's going fine, but the finish of this fight is going to kind of mess up. We're going to see here that he doesn't have power lock anymore, and that's because my power lock failed to apply previous time. And I think it's going to happen again, which typically used to happen, I don't know, once in 100 fights, but recently I have noticed more and more. We can see that power lock didn't apply again, so 2 hits and no power lock. And here I dropped my special to in a block because I was, well, not concerned, but I was like, what the hell is going on? Where's my power lock? Why am I not getting my power lock? So at this point, I do not have any power control on Hyperion, and hopefully, well, luckily he does throw his special attacks, because otherwise it would have ended up quite badly. So this fight definitely was not under control because like I had like 2 special attacks where that power lock just did not want to work. So I don't know. It's probably just me, or it's probably just bad RNG, but it is what it is. And the fight got a touch bit wee scarier than I thought it should. And still, it didn't die, and that's what matters. Didn't take any significant amount of damage. Actually, only had to use like 1 health potion. And yeah, this was the situation after I had pretty much finished my stream. So when I finished my fights, I was fairly confident we were gonna win. We were 3-1. I did stream arena for a couple of hours, and then I ended up at 4-3, and I was like, I probably can't even pause this video because we might still mess it up very easily. And we did. We actually did. But so did they afterwards, and currently we have finished exploring the map, and they still have a fair chunk of fights to do as of the moment I am recording this. But a little owl, no, but a little birdie whispered to us that they do not have full diversity. We did know that. We did notice that in one of their battle groups they had doubled up on mojos. But yes, one of their leaders, officers, confirmed that they did mess up the placement and they did miss out the diversity. So even if they clear everything perfectly, we will win this war based on that mistake on diversity. So we have won this war. So we have started the season at 4-0, which is absolutely awesome. We are doing quite well as an alliance. We have been keeping it clean. I think all 3 out of 4, if not all 4 of the wars have been like sub 5 deaths. We have gone as low as a single death in a war. So yeah, this season definitely looks like a lot better season. So I am quite happy about that, and let me know, guys, how did you like this Alliance War video? And if you did, then please do me that massive favor. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit all the cool buttons, and I shall catch you guys soon. See ya! Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the